Starting our list at number 21, we have Avengement, directed by creator Jesse V. Johnson. The story follows Kane Burgess, a hardened convict who escapes police custody and enters a private members club to confront the gangland figures from his past. You will be captivated as Kane reveals the scars of his betrayal, while systematically dismantling everyone who stands in the way of his vengeance. This film is a raw masterpiece because it showcases a career-best performance of physical storytelling and teeth-shattering brawls that feel incredibly personal. And you can watch it right now on Prime Video. At 20, we find the chilling and relentlessly dark revenge film, Bull, created by Paul Andrew Williams. 10 years after he was double-crossed and left for dead, a mysterious enforcer named Bull returns to his hometown to track down his missing son and eliminate his former associates. You will wonder if Bull is a man or a ghost as he carves a bloody path through the criminal element of an English suburb. It is a fantastic watch because it subverts every expectation of the genre with a cold, simmering intensity that leads to a shocking finale, and it is available for you on Prime Video.
We don't get a lot of things to really care about.
Coming in at 19 is a meditative yet gripping search and rescue drama, Pig, written and directed by creator Michael Sarnowski. Rob is a quiet truffle hunter living in the Oregon wilderness, whose world is shattered when his beloved foraging pig is kidnapped. You will be curious to see how Rob navigates the high-end culinary underworld of Portland to find his companion, using his past reputation rather than his fists. The best thing about this film is a subversion of typical revenge tropes, offering a profound and soul-stirring look at loss and artistic integrity, and it is currently streaming on Netflix. At 18, we have Nobody, directed by creator Ilya Naishuller. Hutch Mansell is a seemingly ordinary family man whose suppressed lethal instincts are triggered after a home invasion leads him into a war with a Russian crime lord. You will wonder what secrets Hutch is hiding in his basement as he turns a suburban home into a tactical death trap for his enemies. It is an incredible achievement because it transforms the everyman archetype into a believable and terrifying force of nature with some of the best bus fight choreography ever filmed. And you can watch it on YouTube TV.
Fight only the battle you're paid to fight. Breathe.
Number 17 brings us the clinical and stylish neo-noir, The Killer, created by the visionary David Fincher. An unnamed professional killer finds his life a careful routine and internal discipline spiraling out of control after a high-profile hit goes disastrously wrong. You will be fascinated by the protagonist's cold, calculating internal monologue as he embarks on an international manhunt against his own employers. This movie is a pure joy for fans of technical precision because it treats the art of the hit as a repetitive, soul-crushing corporate job while maintaining a razor-sharp level of tension, and it is available on Netflix. At 16, we have the neon-drenched and frantic thriller Kate, directed by creator Cedric Nicholas Troyan. A lethal assassin named Kate discovers she has been poisoned with a radioactive toxin and has only 24 hours to find her killers before she dies. You'll be curious to see how she navigates the dangerous streets of Tokyo alongside the teenage daughter of one of her former targets. The film stands out because of its vibrant aesthetic and its commitment to the ticking clock mechanic, delivering a high-energy journey through a beautiful but deadly city, and is available on Netflix. At 15, we have the stylized and hyper-violent adaptation, Polar, directed by creator Jonas Åkerlund. Duncan Visla, the world's top assassin known as the Black Kaiser, is nearing retirement when his former boss decides to eliminate him to avoid paying his pension. You will wonder how Duncan survives a literal army of young, flamboyant killers sent to hunt him down in a secluded winter landscape. It is an absolute blast because it leans into a comic book aesthetic with over-the-top action and a cold-blooded performance that makes every kill feel earned. And you can catch it on Netflix.
Faster, more intelligent than normal people.
At 14, we have the high-tech and sleek action thriller Hitman, Agent 47, directed by creator Alexander Bach. Agent 47 is a genetically engineered lead assassin who must team up with a mysterious young woman named Katia to find her father and stop a global conspiracy. You will be curious to see how the agent uses his superior intelligence and combat skills to outmaneuver an organization trying to create an army of perfect killers. This movie is a standout for fans of gadgetry and tactical execution because it perfectly captures the cold efficiency of the legendary video game character, and you can rent on Amazon. Number 13 features a high-stakes sequel, The Mechanic: Resurrection, directed by creator Dennis Gonçalves. Retired hitman Arthur Bishop is forced back into the game when a powerful enemy kidnaps the woman he loves, requiring him to complete 3 impossible assassinations. You will wonder how Bishop manages to make each high-profile death look like a total accident, including a daring hit in an impossible sky pool. The one thing that makes this movie great is its dedication to elaborate Rube Goldberg-style action sequences that showcase the protagonist's brilliant ingenuity, and it is available to watch on HBO Max. At 12, we have the brutal and unrelenting martial arts thriller Headshot, directed by creators Timo Tjahjanto and Kimmo Stambo. An amnesiac man named Ishmael wakes up in a hospital and must fight through a wave of ruthless killers from his past to save the doctor who cared for him. You will be curious to see if Ishmael can recover his memories before he is consumed by the violence of the criminal syndicate he once served. It is a masterpiece of action filmmaking because it features some of the most bone-breaking, visceral hand-to-hand combat ever captured on digital film, and it is available on Netflix. At 11, we have a high-octane South Korean actioner, Revenger, directed by creator Lee Sung-won. Kim Yo, a former investigator, deliberately gets himself sent to a lawless prison island for the most dangerous death row inmates to track down a man who murdered his family. You will wonder if one man can possibly stand against an entire island of killers as he fights his way through various factions to reach his target. This movie is a standout because of its incredible stunt work and the relentless pace of its sword and fist fighting choreography, and it is streaming on Netflix. Entering our top 10 at number 10 is a redemption-driven martial arts epic, Boyka. Undisputed IV. The world's most complete fighter, Yuri Boyka, accidentally kills an opponent in the ring and decides to fight a series of impossible matches to win the freedom of the man's widow. You will be captivated by Boyka's journey from a selfish combatant to a man seeking true atonement through his only skill, violence. This film is brilliant because it features the unparalleled athleticism of its lead and the emotional weight of a man trying to find his soul, and it is on Prime Video. At 9, we have the stylish Cold War spy thriller, Atomic Blonde, directed by creator David Leitch. Lorraine Broughton, a top-level MI6 agent, is sent to Berlin just before the wall falls to retrieve a priceless dossier and eliminate a double agent. You will be curious to see how Lorraine survives the brutal, close-quarters combat of an apartment stairwell and the betrayal lurking in every corner of the city. The best part of this movie is its incredible single-take action sequences and its neon-soaked 80s soundtrack that elevates every punch and gunshot, and you can watch it on Max.
To keep secrets. If you want her to live, you gotta get back in the game.
Number 8 is the gritty and classic espionage thriller, The November Man, created by Roger Donaldson. Peter Devereaux is an ex-CIA operative who is pulled out of retirement for a personal mission that puts him in direct conflict with his former star pupil. You will wonder who to trust as Peter navigates a web of high-level government corruption and the deadly skills of the man he trained to be a killer. It's an essential watch because it brings a hard-edged, cynical realism back to the spy genre, proving that old dogs often have the deadliest tricks, and you can find it on Prime Video.
Manipulate. Use everything.
At 7, we have the dark and psychological spy drama, Red Sparrow, directed by creator Francis Lawrence. Dominika Egorova, a former ballerina forced into a Russian intelligence program, is trained to use her mind and body as weapons in a deadly game of seduction. You'll be curious to see how Dominika plays both the American and Russian intelligence agencies against each other to secure her own survival and protect her family. The one-line review for this is that it is a chilling look at the price of power and the strength of the human will, and it is available on Amazon Video.
You're gonna get blood on your hands. Time to face the music.
Baby, we need to get out of here.
I have to end this.
At 6, we have a high-speed and rhythmic heist thriller, Baby Driver, created by the imaginative Edgar Wright. Baby is a talented getaway driver who relies on the beat of his personal soundtrack to be the best in the business and pay off his debt to a crime boss. You will wonder if Baby can successfully pull off one last job to escape with his girlfriend while the world of crime closes in on him. It is a breathtaking film because every gear shift, gunshot, and explosion is perfectly synchronized with music, creating a unique cinematic experience. And it is available on Fubo.
We're gonna have to go through him. Rookie, you ready?
Yeah.
You look ready.
In the 5th spot is a cult classic dystopian thriller, Dredd, directed by creator Pete Travis. In a violent city of the future, Judge Dredd and a rookie psychic officer are trapped in a 200-story high-rise and must fight their way to the top through an entire gang controlled by a drug lord. You'll be curious to see how Dredd utilizes his lawgiver weapon and sheer grit to survive the onslaught of a whole building wanting them dead. This movie is a highlight of the genre because it captures the dark, gritty essence of its source material with stunning visual effects, and it is on Max.
Squeeze. You and I were, and still are, husband and wife.
You're gonna stand up and go spill theirs.
At 4, we have a groundbreaking first-person actioner, Hardcore Henry, directed by creator Ilya Naishuller. You'll experience the story through the eyes of Henry, a newly resurrected cyborg who must fight across Moscow to rescue his wife from a telekinetic warlord. You will wonder how the film manages its dizzying stunts and high-speed chases, all from a perspective that makes you feel like you're the one in the middle of the carnage. It is a must-watch because it is a technical feat that blends the energy of video game with the stakes of feature film, and it is on Roku Channel. In the 3rd spot, we have a sleek and terrifying techno-thriller, Upgrade, directed by creator Lee Wannell. Gray Trace is a technophobe who is left paralyzed after a brutal attack, but a secret experimental computer chip called STEM allows him to walk again and take control of his body in combat. You'll be curious to see the horrifyingly efficient ways Gray dismantles his attackers when the AI takes the wheel during a fight. This film is great because it uses a unique camera style to emphasize the mechanical precision of its action, creating a truly original sci-fi experience, and it is on Netflix. Runner-up at number 2 is the epic naval battle spectacle 300: Rise of an Empire, directed by creator Noel Murrow. While King Leonidas fights at the Hot Gates, the Greek general Themistocles must unite all of Greece to lead a fleet against the massive invading Persian forces led by the vengeful Artemisia. You will wonder how the smaller Greek navy can possibly survive the sheer numbers and fury of the Persian fleet in the middle of a literal storm. The best thing about this film is its gorgeous, stylized violence and the fierce performance of its primary antagonist, and it is available on Amazon. Finally, at number 1, we have a visceral and heart-pounding survival masterpiece, Apocalypto, directed by the visionary Mel Gibson. Jaguar Paw is a young man whose peaceful village is raided by a Mayan war party, leading him on a desperate escape to the jungle to save his pregnant wife and son. You will be curious to see how Jaguar Paw uses his knowledge of the forest to outwit a group of elite warriors who are hunting him like prey. This is a definitive action thriller of the era because it is a masterclass in tension, pacing, and the primal drive for survival, and you can watch it on Prime Video.